Hello everyone, this is Professor Reha back with the Grim Dawn walkthrough. I need my dinosaur, there we go. So, this next section, Act 3 basically, is a really quick blitz, because there's not really a whole lot you actually need the detour for. Basically, I mean, when the actual Arcovian Undercity is an interesting detour, but besides that, there's really not much of an issue here, so what we're just going to do is run over here. We're pretty much just going to try to get to the Arcovian Undercity as quickly as possible. We'll need to stop by and talk to the Necromancer. We'll probably examine a couple of the secrets while we're doing that. There's a hero down there, but I don't much care. Oh, they're coming up anyways, so I guess I get them anyways. Nice. Now these enemies are all worth actually stopping and killing, at least the ones that you encounter on the way naturally. Is that guy gonna die? There we go. Some idiot skeletal priest just healed this dweeb. There we go. That was inconvenient, but not a huge problem. This is why you must... The higher the difficulty, the more important it is to focus out the skeleton priests. Because they heal so much more at higher difficulty levels. It's just very difficult to get through a group of undead if there's a skeletal priest around. Now we're just going to cut through here. There's an actual skeletal giant wandering around up here. That's a bit unusual for me. I don't usually see them. Usually they pop out of the ground for me. They're not usually already wandering the surface. So that's a bit of a rarity, at least from my personal experience. I don't know if other people have had the skeletal gargantuans or skeletal giants wandering around on the surface for them normally, but it just doesn't normally happen to me, so this is fairly interesting for me. Boom. There we go. Get rid of you. Blast you. Take care of this little issue. Blast you. There we go. We're just going to come up here really quick and grab this shrine while we're passing through. We don't normally have to go for these, and you can actually skip this one if you really want to. I just typically go for this one because it's literally right here, so it's very much a why not scenario. We have to go this way to talk to the Necromancer anyways, because it's faster than going the other way. You basically are walking by it, why not grab it on the way by, is basically my philosophy here. Especially if you're either underleveled or actually at an appropriate level, this can really help push you to a level where you're more comfortable fighting some of these enemies. I happen to be at the correct level currently, but for the longest time, as you know, I was absolutely wicked overpowered. A lot of this is... Now that's not bad, I just wish it had more block. It blocked more frequently. There we go. Not really worth it, but we can put in our devotion point. Oh, pardon me, I hadn't gotten that yet. Silly me. Now we're going to just go down here. We're going to grab this just to make this a little bit faster to collect. He just dies anyways. We're just going to come down here, and we're going to talk to the Necromancer. There's a hero here. There's a priest right there. I see him. Not anymore. And then here's Will, that's fine. Interesting. Not quite good enough, though. Armor isn't high enough. Alright, good. Oh, I've been spotted. Well, I guess we'll stop and take care of these bozos. Get rid of this. Perfect. I'm just glad none of them are frost revenants. Considering my setup, that'd be an absolute nightmare to deal with. I'm actually going to pop down here really quick, because sometimes there's a lectern here. There is not this time, but that's okay. It doesn't look like there is this time anyways. Ah, look, the frost revenant of my dreams. Nice. Alright. Is this two frost revenants? No, it's not. That's just a regular skeleton light. That's fine then. Freeze everyone here. He's dead, finally. Whew. Alright. And now, boom. We continue moving on in that general direction. Just pop down here really quick while we're in the area. Pop open this secret. It's not even that much of a problem. The empowered Wormclaw. Alright, nice. I like to see that. A lot of this is absolute trash. An offhand I don't need, and pants I don't need. Nice. Thanks, game. And now we'll just move on. We'll pop on down to the Arcovian Undercity and clear that really quick. Blast our way quickly through the Broken Hills, because that's a pretty short journey if you're not looking to do much of anything, honestly. It's just a nice, easy trip. Hello. Boom. I'm going to ignore that one skeleton over there. He is not worth the time. Now, what we're going to do here is just really quickly blitz through, kill those 3 skeletons. I'm sorry, the 3 ghosts. Well, theoretically blasting apart anyone who stands in my way, but that seems to be a bit of a pablum. Boom. Yup. Are you good? There you go. That's what I'm talking about. You're just gone. These other guys are going to come through, which is fine. Freeze them when they come around the corner. I didn't freeze the second one. That's okay, though. The Revenant died, which is the important thing. And then everyone else dies. Good. This is going to be a bit difficult for me personally, because some of these enemies are somewhat unusually resistant to... the way is blocked. To cold damage. So that is going to present me some small problems. Fortunately, they're really investing heavily in the quantity over quality, so that really helps me out. Interesting. And we'll just take care of you really quick right here. Get rid of you too. Get rid of your friends up here as well. That's just an easy. Come up here, pop these guys. Boom. Problem solved. Nice. Alright, perfect. I got a book. There, yeah. Not a whole lot going on there. Take care of you. Look, I don't know where you came from, guy, but you need to get out of here. The audacity. I can tell we're going to have a problem with people just randomly spawning very late to the party. Or coming in from who knows where. Excuse me? What is this? Oh my goodness. Might as well go down this way, because everyone else is coming over from I don't even know where. Well, there's a hero at least. That's fairly nice. Easy. Not anything I can use, though. I'm hoping for a spectral bludgeon, honestly. Yeah. And I'll take care of you, I guess. Good. Now we have to go down here and get rid of this guy. A whole bunch of this guy. There we go. Hold on. Y'all freeze. Activate Overguard just so that way the archers don't kill me. Freeze them to death slowly from a distance. There we go. Perfect. You see a lot of these, they do cold damage, but they also are doing pierce damage, which I don't do. Oh, that's an interesting amulet. That might be helpful in the future. A lot of this isn't going to be, though. Alright, that was an abnormally large amount of cash, but sure. Now we just gotta clear our way through the rest of this floor, which shouldn't take too long. Which direction do I want to go in? Let's go this direction, because I think it'll be a little faster. Yeah, I think I made the right choice. Boom. Come on. Then we gotta kill the skeletal gargantuan, but that's not too big of a problem. There we go. Nice. You're gonna be a problem, aren't you? Yeah, you are. There we go. They have such a huge aggro range in the Elite. I've never realized. My goodness. Nope, none of that, you. Get out of here. Boom. You're still alive? There we go. Not anymore. My goodness. Uh-oh. Priest. Take him out, take him out. There we go. That takes care of the crossbowman back there. And that takes care of you. Excellent. Now, that's blocked off, so the fastest way would be through here, because no enemies spawn down this corridor. At least not that I've ever seen in my entire experience playing this. Never seen enemies spawn in that corridor. Then we're just going to circle around the perimeter. There's my last piece of the Forgotten Passage that I need, which is nice. Still gives me absolute dung hep. There's my page, but I've already read this, so... Come on. There you go. And we're just going to pass on through here. I guess we'll deal with these idiots really quick. There we go. Oh my goodness. This is just a huge mess right here. There we go. Okay. Were we done? Thank you. At least this is a straight shot. Can't get ambushed by random bozos from who knows where. Well, we can, just... They're predictable. They're not coming from a strange direction. They're going to come from below our feet. Just a totally different story. One that I don't mind. Nice. Boom. And I thought for sure people were spawning back there. I was under the distinct impression that skeletons were spawning behind me. But no, I was wrong. Alright, just clear this out really quick then. Since these skeletons are being most uncooperative. Kill them all before the priest starts healing people. Or just blast the priest, one or the other. What do you mean the skeleton's not ready? It was ready on my screen. I didn't know what you're talking about, guy. Oh, hello. Got a nice mob up there, huh? Don't think it's going to help you out. Because it's not. Boom. Oh, the priests are healing each other. That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. There we go. Now I gotta heal you before this other guy comes in range. It's not gonna happen. I need to take him out from a distance. Boom. Nice. Problem solved. Excellent. We're gonna go left. It frequently tends to have fewer enemies running around down here. I say that and 12 billion enemies show up. Cool. Are blessed of decay, but no spectral bludgeon, which is unfortunate. That's what I've really been hoping for. Yeah, you're gonna just die from the cold. That's fine. I don't need that elixir of spirit, honestly. I'm just trying to get through this in a decent amount of time. Fortunately, the worst of it is over. This is much more streamlined because all we have to do is just blitz right through the middle here. And then it's basically a one-way street to the end of this section. I knew he was going to spawn. They always spawn here in Elite. Sometimes they don't spawn here on Veteran. Usually they do, but not always. But on Elite, it's a guaranteed skeletal gargantuan there. Every time. Ultimate too. Come here. There we go. Okay, so that's cut off, so we'll go this way, because I'm going to have to go this way anyways, and I can kill these enemies ahead of time, which will be fairly nice. Freeze everyone here. Get you out of here. Boom. Freeze everyone. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, a totem. That's pretty good, actually. We'll go ahead and activate this now, so we can get a head start. Activate Overguard now that everyone's out of the ground. There's some skeletal gargantuans, so I'm going to actually activate a rift here because I'm kind of concerned about the potential of dying. Skeletal gargantuans are the bane of my existence. I don't know who I'm slapping here. I can't see anything. There's just way too much going on here. They have not activated Menhir's Will yet, though, which is fairly interesting. There it goes. There it goes. They just got it. Alright, there's a spirit here. I can see him. He's gone. Now it's just this one big guy here and his cronies. He's frozen too, so he's going to be somewhat difficult. I need to run. Okay, I've been cursed. That's my problem. The spirit I killed haunted me. Alright. There we go. Overguard up. Good, good. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. That's nice. Perfect. It was a bit touch and go for a second there, but we got it. If only I did vitality damage. Okay. I see you. Alright. 75, huh? Large amounts of physical and internal trauma damage, especially on blocking? Interesting. That's interesting. We also have this, which is also fairly curious. Aether damage, huh? The reason why that is such a huge drop in damage is because I'm getting the benefit of all of these cold skills and everything. If I were to convert over completely to a Aether damage type, I think this would be considered more effective. But it's not necessarily something I'm necessarily going to switch over to now. At least not until I'm done with this area. If I decide to change at all, I may not decide to change. I'm kind of leaning towards not changing. At this point, the stuff that I have is too focused heavily on the concept of cold damage. This is the guy in here we need to kill, this dweeb. Take care of that skeletal priest so he doesn't heal the guy. There we go. Overguard. Perfect. He still hits decently hard considering how much better my Aether resistance is now, but he still doesn't do enough damage for me to be majorly concerned. I can just healing potion this. I remember when I had trouble with him in Veteran because my Aether resistance wasn't high enough. A Spectral Bludgeon. There we go. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Yep, that's what I've been looking for. Look at that. Look at that. Ah. And it's of alacrity, which means I get to use cadence. I hit with cadence more frequently. This is fantastic. I'm just going to equip this straight up right now. I don't have any cold stones, I don't think. I can get rid of this. I don't need this. Yeah, it doesn't look like I have any cold stones. This should actually be... well, we'll wait on that, actually. I'll be replacing that shield sometime in the near-ish future, I think. So we'll just go ahead and bust out the delightful chilled Spectral Bludgeon of Alacrity. That is what it is, right? The Rime Frost Spectral Bludgeon, which means extra cold damage. Actually, what we're going to do is clear these guys out really quick. Hold on. You know what? I might not even necessarily... What level is this? 74. Yeah, that's nice. No, I don't even think I'll necessarily need any of the benefits that... Any of the augments that the shard had, honestly. Although that would massively make me... Yeah, I'll probably slap him on there anyways, because that would just massively boost my damage output, in all honesty. Alright, let's have a brief chat about augments, shall we? The shield I'm expecting to replace soon, that particular scarab shield, I am not super keen on. It's basically temporary. It gives me benefits to elemental damage and Maven Sphere, but it's not going to be my long-term thing. I'll be at least using the Spectral Bludgeon for a very long time. It's got absolutely impeccable... Can I craft something better than a Cold Stone, by the way? It's got absolutely impeccable, stats. It has all the keywords you want. It's got Rime Frost for extra cold damage. It's got Alacrity for cadence to trigger. It's a dream in terms of what my current build is and what really I'm trying to do with this thing. Now the question is, where is cracked lodestone? No, I need a cold stone. That's a separate item, isn't it? Yeah, I actually have to make those. Pardon me, I was correct. I do have to make one. Cold stone, there we go. Where'd it go? Hold on, it has just fallen off the face of the earth. There it is. Alright, that's fantastic. That's amazing. Okay, sweet. Now, augmenting it. Do you have anything good for augmenting for cold damage? Not weapons. Alright. Now, most of this stuff... Where was that one thing? I had one thing that I picked up that was potentially useful. What was that again? What was that? Oh, that shield. Is it worth it for the cold damage and the attack speed? No, probably not, honestly. It's not overcapped enough. Yeah, we're gonna sell this. It's not ever gonna be worth it. No. No. Yep, we're pretty much all set on that then. Store this, obviously. Because that is just it's still an incredible weapon, the Shard of Aztrakarn. Don't get me wrong. Still absolutely fantastic. Now, the only other place I can currently check is the Rover Camp for the augment that I'm looking for. I can't quite remember where it is. We're going to put this in here, and we're going to put the Shard of Aztrakarn in here. The rest of the stuff we can put in here without any kind of issue. And we'll put that in there too, what the heck. Consolidate my everything. So we'll really quickly check the Rover Camp. I need to sell that amulet. This is random. Oh, is that the amulet? Wait. Yeah, no, that's actually an amulet I may want to keep temporarily. Unless I find something better. We'll have to see. But I need to check the Rover Camp. And then we'll check Homestead when we get there if I don't. I'm pretty sure there's a cold damage augment that I'm just not remembering. There should be anyways. And here we go. There it is. That's what I'm talking about. I only enhance monster infrequence if they're absolutely perfect for what my actual build is, and that's really, I mean, any cold-focused Arcanist, regardless of what your second class is, can take advantage of the Spectral Bludgeon, so go to town, honestly. Absolutely have an amazing time with this thing. Oh, I need to reactivate my, yep, there we go. Now, the reason why I was okay with swapping out the Shard of Aztrakarn for this is because the Howling Winds that shows up every time I get a critical. That, essentially, even though it doesn't reduce the resistances, it does give me extra cold damage and an AoE around me, so that's very helpful, since I'm obviously melee if you're using the Spectral Bludgeon. It can do impressive amounts of damage if you look at it. It's just absolutely fantastic. So, and that just happens every time you get a crit, so it costs absolutely no energy. It happens decently often enough once you get into these higher levels here. Early on in the game, your offensive ability isn't maybe as high as you'd like it to be. It doesn't activate quite as often as perhaps you'd potentially like, but for this, it's absolutely incredible. I know for a fact all these dweebs are going to come at me. Boom. Which is fine. I can take care of them pretty quick now. There we go. Very nice. Alright. Take out the skeleton priest first. Or not, because he's apparently not in vision range. Which is a whole different conversation. There we go. That takes care of that problem. Alright. See, a lot of the other weapons I've been getting up until now had no kind of replacement for the aura of the shard of Astrakarn, but this does. Wait, that chest armor. Nope, that's not that one. No. So that's why I was okay with the spectral bludgeon. That's what made that kind of tipping point difference. It's got something that's kind of similar. It doesn't reduce their resistances like the shard of Astrakarn does, but it does more actual straight up damage. On the downside, as another downside though, it does only activate with criticals, but then I'm getting plenty of criticals anyways, so that doesn't really make a difference. No, you don't. I see what you're doing over there, trying to heal people. Get out of there. The only problem with having a spectral bludgeon is that my lightning damage out of Trozan's Sky Shard becomes cold damage. I can still overwhelm them, as you can see, to a certain extent. It's just a bit painier. Where's Rowena? There she is. We'll just focus on you and freeze everyone else to death. There's no priests around, so I don't need to worry about that. That's not really a problem. You're resistant to ice, I can tell. Or cold, let me rephrase that. We'll just overwhelm you with damage then. It's fine. I got this. Come on. There you go. Boom. Powered Rifthound boots, huh? Alright, fair enough. Void Fire, I already know that's useless. Codex, I already also know that's not something I'm going to be equipping. Kill them. Move on. Nah, the secret's not worth it. There's nothing down there really worth going for. It's not convenient. More enemies will spawn down there. That's not really what I want right now. And yep, that figures. It's always this messy here. Every time. Might as well go up here and take out the priests. We all know it has to happen. There we go. Boom. Excellent. Freeze these idiots. Thank you. Boom. Alright, now we're just going to go down here. The only reason I'm going down here is because it's actually just faster to get back to the surface by taking this route. Yes, you do have to fight the guy, but it's still straight up faster if you've been doing a good job building your character. If you're insecure, just run back the other way, but it will take a bit longer. So just keep that in mind. There we go. That actually is interesting. Chaos. I need that poison acid, though. Also has less armor. So that rather holds it back. Guys here? Yep, always. Well, not always. I have seen once or twice them not showing up. But for the most part, yeah, there's going to be extras. Alright, let's see how I fare against you, guy. Not great. As long as I have Menhir's Will, I'm fine, apparently. But if I don't have it, I'm pretty much boned. Got it. Cool. Yeah. It's probably the combination of standing in the ring and also his little aura thing that he's got that he puts around him. Overguard. That helps. Okay, so I just need Overguard then. At minimum. Fair enough. Here's Will, so I should be fine to kill him. Use a health potion just in case. There we go. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is going to be nonsense. I kind of figured that it would be. I was hoping for as monster infrequent, but I need a cold stone here. All right. Well, we'll go make one really quick. That's a quick make. I haven't picked up anything useful, so we might as well really quickly sell as well while we're over here. We've already checked everything. We already know it's all trash. And so we will build another cold stone. Now, once you're done with the Arcovian Undercity, and you've reported that you've killed the 3 ghosts to the other ghost there in the Broken Hills, the whole rest of Act 3 goes so much faster. This is the slow part, excuse me, by the way. This is the slow part. Nice. Oh my goodness, these are pretty terrible equips, but I did get my other devotion points, so we put that in there. There we go. Treasure trove, which is nice. I have 8 dynamites, so this is fine. And great. Good talk. Getting a lot of stuff I don't really need. But that's part of life. I'm not going to be looking for, like I've said several times earlier, I'm not going to be looking for my permanent stuff until about level 90, and that's when I'm going to really start picking up and looking very hard at things as my final pieces, because once you hit level 90, like I think the level cap for items is about 94 or something like that, 95. I can't quite remember. I think most items cap at 94, so once you hit 90, then you're really starting to look for, okay, is this going to be strong enough to last me all the way to 100? Is really what you're looking for, because once you equip something that works for the build that you're working to get, you're pretty much not going to change it at all unless you're going for a completely different build. So, at 90, you're really starting to, you're considering the things you will be equipping only, the final time. Now, you'll notice also in Elite here, we did not go into the 2 bonus side areas. We didn't go north into the ruins, and we didn't go into the Arcovian Colosseum in the other place. The reason for this is because there's absolutely no reason for us to do so. There are no quests there. Yes, there is almost guaranteed a totem in the Arcovian Colosseum, but the reason why we covered that in Veteran and not in Elite is because there is a book that spawns in each of them. The boss of the ruins to the north there drops a book when you kill him, and there is a book lying around in the Arcovian Colosseum. In Veteran, you are mostly looking for loots and levels to get you into Elite smoothly enough where you can just waltz through Elite very quickly if you need to. Now, you can theoretically blitz through Elite at level 65 and then just kill anyone who stands particularly in your way. I'm going to actually ignore them. Just blast everyone who stands particularly in your way. Keep in mind that aggro ranges for most enemies are larger. I constantly underestimate apparently how much larger they are in Elite. I'm not expecting them to ever be as aggressive as they are in Elite. Like, Ultimate's aggression doesn't surprise me. It's Ultimate, it's supposed to be, but it always surprises me in Elite for some reason. I don't know why. But, yeah. So what we're going to do is go this way, because this actual path is faster. I could have gone up and around, but that is first off a little bit longer, and from here we can actually really quickly scoot up to the north and actually prep to exit the Broken Hills very quickly. Because once we report in the fact that the oligarchs are dead, then it's a straight shot to Homestead, pretty much. With just a small detour for Dahlia, I think her name is. We're just going to cruise on over here. So we can go report that quest in. Beautiful. Boom. Come on. There you go. Alright. Don't need to go down there yet. I'm saving that up for as late as possible because that'll scale nice and late with you. And I've been over leveled up until the Arcovian Undercity, so I don't really want to get extra, way too much experience too early. So I'm going to save that up for much later on in the campaign. Boom. Alright. Go ahead and activate Overguard really quick. Freeze everyone. Use a healing potion, and we should be, fine. Did it look like I needed Nature's Bounty? No, I did not. We're just gonna take a quick stroll. There's probably gonna be skeletons spawning here, maybe farther down as well. They spawn here. I'm gonna need to kill them anyways because I'm gonna have to come back through here. Oh my goodness. And of course everyone and their brother's gonna come over. And it's a Frost Revenant, naturally. That's just my luck. Fortunately, I apparently do enough damage where that's not really a problem. Take these guys out. Take these guys out. There we go. Just report to Calderos here. There we go. And then we're just going to kill what's-her-face? Lutra. And just really quickly waltz on through a whole bunch of stuff. It's all good. We'll be hitting another shrine. It'll just be right in front of our faces, so that'll be nice. Lutra herself, pretty weak sauce. Wish I ran faster, but I don't have the kind of shoes for that, apparently. Should put Mark of the Traveler on, honestly. That'd help. I will. This is basically going to be an absolute straight shot right to, at the very least, the Smuggler's Pass. There's a totem here, which is nice. Excellent. Go ahead and activate this now. These enemies are so weak. Of course it's Skeletal Gargantuans. We're going to activate Overguard now. Oh, I was a hair too early on that. Couple of seconds too early. Definitely will admit that. Here's Will. Alright. I want to take out this Aether guy quick. He's going to be a problem. Health potion. Flame Boy, got it out. There we go. Overguard. Ooh. Freeze. Nice. Who's damaging you now? You are. Alright, then here's Will's back. We just had it activate. That's fine. You're dead. Everyone's dead. There we go. Ooh, that was close. That was very close. Oh, yes. That's awesome. I can make something out of that. I know it's a lower level than the bludgeon, but I can make something very nice out of that. That has a lot of... The thing here is that Mind Warp guaranteed triggers 100% on attack, no questions asked. So, the stat you see there, the negative... Hold on. That negative 800 damage, keep in mind that does not factor in Mind Warp, which is always active if you're attacking. So, Mind Warp is actually stronger than it indicates. Furthermore, also don't forget that it's got 20% piercing, which is fairly interesting. Not hugely relevant, but it can help. This has major potential here. Major potential. I might actually, if I could just get a couple of more pieces of equipment that favor that combination, that physical Aether damage combination, I think we can do a lot of great things here. I just need to figure out how I want to work that. How are these shoes? Hold on. Shoes. Was it pants? It was pants, pardon me. Vitality is... that's too risky. I don't need another crown, but okay. Very nice. Alright, let me see here. A lot of this is absolute nonsense. Yeah. Alright, so we could make something interesting out of this. Maybe. We'll kill Lutra for now. When I'm done blitzing through to Homestead, when we get to Homestead, I'll probably talk about that a little bit more and see how I feel about that particularly. There we go. And we're just gonna slap you to death. You basically do no damage to me. I'm not doing a whole lot to you. Now, the reason why I'm going to make that conversion, besides obviously the fact that Mind Warp is awesome, is that it does give me a bit more diversity of damage type. And you know I'm having a problem doing just cold. You've seen the issues with this. So you're not blind to the problem that I'm facing with the pure cold damage. So I know that it is a problem here going on. Okay, well, we can get that really quick, but I'm going to take out these guys first, so they don't bother me while I'm otherwise doing stuff. We might take the opportunity to go back and talk about switching over now, actually. Now, really quick, do you guys have any kind of equipment that helps with elemental and aether damage, specifically? What do I have in storage? Because I've stored a couple things. Well, first off, actually, hold everything. All of the equipment that I've got currently is absolute nonsense. I know this for a fact. I just checked it. So we're going to get rid of all the green stuff, because that's absolutely silly. Yep. And since I am contemplating changing this, we'll just go ahead and take that off too. Sell that. So, now I gotta try and remember what I have. I have some stuff that does support this particular concept here. We had this. And let me see here. Trying to think. We have this. Not necessarily sure this is specifically what I want, but the block recovery is really good on this, so that's just going to straight up be really nice. Let me see. I don't think there was a whole lot else. Very nice. Maybe this. But first off, I should probably put some of these other stuffs in here. There we go. Is there anything on this page? No? Okay, good. And trying to decide. That's nice. I think this is better. It's got lower armor. Poison acid resistance, which I'm going to need. If I make this swap right here and now. Let me see. Oh wait, that actually, yeah, I actually want that. That could be big. That could be huge. We could do a complete overhaul here. Just trying to decide how much I actually want to fully change. That belt is fine. The belt is fine. The pants, fine. The chest armor needs to change. The shield obviously needs to change. The shoulder pads I have. I think we can do some pretty cool things here. I'm just trying to decide. I need new pants. If only I had not accidentally sold that. Well, it's too late now for regrets. Pants, huh? That's my issue here. Is I need new pants. Can I forge pants, guy? Talk to me about pants. No, you have absolute Trash pants. Cool. Okay, do you have pants? You do not have pants. Why did I even bother checking with you? I should have known you wouldn't have pants. Alright. You actually have pants. I'm gonna admit I'm very surprised. I did not think he was gonna have pants. Do I have a... No, I'm gonna need to pull one out of here. That's fine. That's fine. Let me see. Where are you? There you are. There we go. Okay, so we'll slap this on. Still have an issue with my vitality. Okay. That's because the 6% physique goes down. Alright, no. Shoot. Let me think for a second. How am I going to pull this off? Well, I guess I don't at this point in time. I just have to wait until I have better physique. Oh, I need new shoes. Forgot about that. Elemental resistance that I don't really need. I could put these on as well, but I really prefer the Ascended shoulder pads. They give me chaos resistance, which is nice. Swap this first off. Let me see. Current helmet, Maw of Despair. You know, I'm not going to go with the Maw of Despair because my current helmet is, in fact, better for me. So we're just going to put the Maw of Despair back. I'm going to put the shield in here. You're not doing anything for me. You are too weak. You're too weak, too. Alright, that does confirm all that. That's fine. I'm hoping... I am going to try and get a new Flesh Warped Cask. That would be really amazing. I could try for another Milton's Cask. I think that would be a little ridiculous, though, to be honest. Put this back. This needs to go on. I had lightning there, originally. So, for this... I don't need that much bleeding or elemental resistance. What do I want here? That's Pierce and Vitality. I could do that for Vitality resistance. That wouldn't be a bad idea. This, I think, overall, though, would be better. Slap that on. Alright, good. I still don't think I can actually craft anything that I need in terms of relics. This would require me to have Reckoning, which I have here. Zeal, Juggernaut, Guile. Oh, maybe I could do this. I don't do bleeding damage. That actually would be... that would be terrible. This would be much more in line with what I would need. Citadel, and I don't think I can make that, though. We could try this. Death Chill, and a Rift Stone. And this would give me... that would be fairly interesting. Yeah, I think we'll go for this, because I think I can make this. Death Chill? I think I can make Death Chill, right? I need a Guile, which is up here. Oh, I can make a lot of those. Yeah, I don't care about that right now. Death Chill. I also need Silver Core Bolts, which I thought I could make. Yeah, imbued silver, which is up here, which I need one anyways. There we go. And then we have Silver Core Bolts, that's fine. And Death Chill Bolts, which I think are way easier to make because they're, yeah, pretty weak sauce. Well, they're not weak, they're just cheap, which is actually better. We're looking at Iskandra's Balance, and I don't have the Manticore Eyes, but I will theoretically have those shortly, so that, because I can kill, I'll be going into Manticore land pretty soon, so I can actually set up quite nicely for Iskandra's Balance in the near future, which is fairly encouraging. Okay, so let me see here. Yeah, I'll finish this at a future point in time, but because I don't have the Manticore Eyes, obviously. So what we're going to do is slap this. Nope. This goes in here. And I can sell these pants And I need more physique before I switch over, because this doesn't work. Oh wait, hold on. Actually, wait a minute, I'm an idiot. Ha! Alright. Perfect. Oh wait, I should store the rest of these. There we go. And this too. I don't need to be carrying this around. I'm not level 75. Oh, I could actually theoretically make that work. Wait a minute. Don't I? Yeah. What is my absolute... Okay. Good. And then for this, I just need straight cunning. I went overboard on the cunning, didn't I? No, I got it, actually, just right. Alright, sweet. Now, what we're going to do here is... No, come on. There we go. My button was not working. Yeah, none of this is what I particularly want. I could make this, but frankly this I think is a little bit more in line with what I need. Just double check and make sure there's nothing I'm missing here that could be particularly useful, but doesn't look like it. I think there's something... That's not what I want. I wish I had more of these, but I don't have that. Interesting. Here we go. Oleron's blood, which I can't make. So close. So close. I'll save up for that then. That is what I need. Alright. We're going to store the spectral bludgeon because it's just too awesome to not store. Let's be really honest. That is a beautiful piece of work there. Put these rings right here. Alright, nice. And we need to adjust our skills. Now this is going to be a pretty interesting yet massive overhaul. We need to change to Phoenix Fire. Now keep in mind that this still works. We'll put this on cadence for the second. I've accidentally goofed my camera. There we go. No, not devotion. No, no, no. Now, pull these out. I don't technically need to pull out absolute zero, but I'm going to. We're going to go into Calidor's Tempest. And this. So what we're going to do here is Panetti's. We have Calidor's Tempest. And this should be fairly interesting. Now you'll notice I did not touch my soldier skills at all. These have been so far working exactly the way I need them to. I was not expecting to need to change these. What I really need to do is get an augment on this. And yeah, I can still augment this because the Baronet's Shard that I'm going to be trying to get, which I basically will be waiting for the Blood Grove before I can really start to get those marks. So we're going to go pop by good old Arcovia really quick and get the augment sorted out. I believe there's an augment that is going to be useful here. Nope. But the elemental damage... Yeah, I'm going to need to clear out the lightning damage thing too. I forgot about that. Alright, so I have to clear those out, and I also must check what I want isn't there. I don't think I'm honored by the rovers, am I? Yeah, I'm honored by the rovers. Well, I would have to be in order to get those. I'm not revered by the rovers, excuse me. Let me see. None of these are what I need. Alright, alright. Then we'll just have to wait till Homestead, because I'm pretty sure Homestead will have everything I need. So, we'll wait on that then. That's fine. Go back to the Barren Highlands. I have my imbued silver still, I'm pretty sure. That actually reminds me. I do need to make a small adjustment to... because I should be going for... You're not the one. You're not the one. It's this one. Purple and green. Yeah, hold on. We do have a small issue here. That is my devotion points. Forgot about these. I could use the little thing to reset my devotion points, but that would be rather overkill, in all honesty, so we're not going to do that, because I don't need to adjust all of them. I need to pull out the ones from Ultos, and I need to... I mean, I've got 150 Aether Crystals, so it's not like it's going to be a huge problem here to readjust some of these. I'm just going to pull out the ones from Ultos, and the Vulture here, and the Crossroads as well. I'll pull this one out just in case. I doubt I'll need it, but let me see. And we want to get here. We need more green. We need more purple. All right. That's blue and purple. This is actually a fairly nifty little piece here. It gives me 3 purple. Could I swap out one of these other purples out of curiosity? I'm sorry, 3 blue, right? Yeah, 3 blue. That's 5 blue. That's 4 blue, excuse me. That requires the 8 white, okay. What if I were to get purple and white in here, huh? No. Where is purple and white? Hold on. This guy does purple and white. This does also pets. Or I don't have a mace. The only other thing up here that does purple and white are these. But the things that I have for white are pretty useful. The Solemn Watcher I could probably drop if I really wanted to, but I don't necessarily know what I would swap it out with. This wouldn't be bad. Let me see. I'm trying to mathematically work this out. I need 16 purple, which is a lot of purple, I'll be honest. Alright. Uh-huh. And you give me pure purple. I need green too. You do poison though, so you're not going to help me with that. You do pierce, which is fine. I don't do... Nah. Well, then again, we do have the spider we can do. But that's not going to be enough, is it? Not to get to her. What if we went with pure purple? Pulled these out. And the phoenix. I see my way clear. I think I see how I want to do this. Yeah. Cake. Oh, hold on. They're kind of sticklers about this for some reason. Let me see. You're currently depending on yourself for the purple, which is fine. What we're gonna do is this. No, Maven Sphere. There, okay. You... Do we want you? Oh, probably, actually. Do you give me enough? You give me white. I don't need that. I need purple. I need more purple. Where do I get more purple? I need to pull this out, obviously. I have 9 points left. I need 20 purple. I need 8 more purple. Okay. Question is, where am I going to get that? You're a tasty snack of a crab. Nice. 3 purple here. I could go for straight up you, honestly. It's not a bad idea. Bleeding damage, which I don't do though, so that would be somewhat problematic. Still don't have enough purple. And I'm not going to get enough purple either, am I? We can just straight up do you though. Yeah, we can clean up with that. That's fine. We'll leave the scythe on because that does give me some pretty sweet healing benefits if you paid attention. Movement speed, healing effects, bonuses, and extra health and energy regeneration, which is really nice. So we'll just put the last 2 points we get into her. We'll get some pierce damage, physical damage. I do actually do pierce damage with this. I've lost my cutting. Hold on. Hold on. We have a small issue. This is easily fixed, though. This is an easy fix. We just slap it. Just slap us. There we go. Oh my goodness, that was funny. Okay, now we'll just go on through to Homestead. That's just an easy cakewalk. From this point, we've got the constellation up now, so we just need to blast through. Oh, that was funny. I almost attacked my little tiny dinosaur. Look how much faster I run now. Nice. Pretty nice. Alright. And we're just going to basically head straight north from this path here. We're going to deviate slightly over here. I need to get used to my new abilities. Now, it may not look like it's doing that much damage, but that's because I'm using it more frequently, but it doesn't have dot like the Electro's Flash Freeze does, so that's really what you're looking at here. There we go. Come on, there you go. This is what it's about. Also, notice that the scythe increases my energy regeneration so much that I'm basically not using energy almost for this. I also get these nifty little axe things from, I think those are actually hammers from the Torkod's hammer, but I could be wrong. There we go. Now, you may be wondering why I kept the elemental damage portion on, the elemental, the Discord modification for Cadence. The reason why is because it does boost the damage of Cadence by 10%, so it still works either way. If I ever need a spare skill point, then I can always pull that out if I really needed to and have it remain almost as effective. It's just not super necessary. So, that's really why. Now we're just going to go through here, and there's, again, just going to be running through this really quick. It's actually, this is going to surprise some people, but it's actually faster going around the left perimeter. There's fewer enemies that you have to deal with, and they're fighting each other anyways, so it just makes more sense to go through here. Just a lot easier this way. You think you're clever. There we go. You will find that I do my damage the same rate, but I just have to more actively do it. It's just more active. I was going to say, we're not going to have you farting around healing everyone. Go ahead and activate Overguard really quick. You know what, this is slow as all get out. Hold on. I have a better idea. I'm suddenly revered with the outcast. That's great. Love it. Thank you. Yes, that's because we do need to drop this. We're going to go... all the way to here. And unless I miss my guess, what my next big move... Well, then again, proliferation is... It can be really amazing. I know it can do such huge amounts of damage, just it's not ready yet. Yeah, I just need more time for this. Really. But we do want to get the elemental balance all the way up. And then just work on good old Panettis for the time being. We're just going to waltz on in here and slap some fools. I need to reattach Panettis here. There we go. Get you guys out of here. Although, what if I... Of course. I can do so much better. Hold on, I know what the solution is. I'm an idiot. I'm an absolute idiot. Give me a second. Sorry, I'm trying to just feel my way through this. This is improv, late game improv. This is what late game improv looks like. Well, actually, this is technically mid game. I am out of money. Alright. Shoot. That's a problem. Alright. Let's sell some stuff then. Well, I can buy these at some point anyways, so we no longer need those. So a lot of these, actually. Yeah, I know, some of these are cool. But not all of them are cool. We're gonna keep the level 74 one of these, but besides that, we need that. We need the Brawler's Distinction at the very least. We're gonna keep this one too because it's pretty high up in level. Gonna keep the Big Touch of Malice. Gonna get rid of the rest of these. Get rid of those pants? Yeah. Yeah. And I think we can get rid of some of these as well. Let's see what kind of money I can get off of this. Don't I just have a skill point? I might want to do a skill point. Do I have one of those? No, that's reset your devotion. And nope, okay. Fair enough. Alright. I'm not going to have the money for this. That's okay. Well, we'll just work with it. It's not like I don't get large quantities of money over time. I'll just go ahead and pick up, the usual green stuff, sell the green stuff. It'll work out. Just rely on, it is hammers. Rely on cadence and my massive amounts of healing. There we go. It's not like cadence isn't hitting like a steam engine. Alright. Oh, a hero, okay. Put these guys away, use overguard. Because they're obviously hitting me so hard. I'm just going to cadence them. The hammer will take care of everything else, really. Look at this. Nice. Yeah, what do you got, Bilar? That's what I thought. Get out of here. Nonsense. My goodness. Hey, big fella. Uh-huh. There we go. Come on, fella. You can't kill me. You don't have the option. There we go. I can chip away at you all day. We got some hammers going on here too. There we go. This is idiotic. Oh, you activated Menhir's Will. I'm impressed. Ah, that's useless. That's fairly interesting. Wait, hold on. Okay, sure. Hey, I got his... Oh, sweet. Nice. That's pretty spicy. And we'll just wander on through here. Hey, fellas. You look like you need to get slapped. Have you been slapped today? There we go. There we go. Look at that Italian. Very good. There we go. I'm forming a strategy in my mind of how I want to run this, at least for the short term. What are we doing over here, huh? Are you good? No? Yes? Perfect. Come on, big fella. I have something for a delicious little helmet there, but nope, no such luck. Oh, there we go. That's a necromancer's. It's not going to be as good. It's still better. Slap that on there. Nice. Okay. Perfect. You know, we're going over an hour here, so I might stop it here for a little bit. See if I can scrounge up some cash for the conversion. But anyways, thank you all very much for joining me. We'll get to Homestead next time. I got too distracted by improving. But what I'm going to is, I'm going to explain what my plan is. What my plan is to pull out, at least for the time being, the points out of Calidor's Tempest, the whole line, and go into Panetti's, and then stop here. I might do Mental Alacrity, I'm not sure yet. And then I'll probably see if I can boost all the way up to Cadence. I'll probably actually pull out the Discord. Leave this as physical damage so I can pull in Fighting Form for the pierce damage bonuses, the bleeding damage if I really wanted it, and Deadly Momentum as well. And then I can grab Warcry in either Oleron's Rage, or I can grab Menhir's Bulwark. So I'll see what I can do with those. But in the meantime, thank you all very much for joining me, and have a great 24 hours. If you like this, please like and subscribe. And if you have any comments, questions, concerns, ideas, what have you, please leave them down in the comment section below. I do read them. And thank you all very much.